beside me. Baby, you're the one. Baby, you're the one.
Hey everyone, my name's Alduck and today I'm going to be doing an editing tutorial. Now in this tutorial I'm going to be running through my editing pack as well as teaching you some new techniques. You don't actually need my pack to follow the video, but I will be using it. And yeah, the pack's just packed full of things. I'm actually going to be doing a discount, half price discount, so it's only going to be £5 now for the next week or so. So grab it while you can if you would like to learn some new things, as it contains a very in-depth tutorial which is definitely going to be more useful than this one, because I'm going to be showing how to turn a clip into a specific style of video, and I'll put that up on screen now. But it also contains a lot of project files, 5 project files, like the Middle of the Night, Burn, Fish Stick and Monsters, Ver, and the Stranger Things one as well. And yeah, it's jam-packed full of things, but without further ado, let's get straight into the video.
Alright, so we're in Adobe After Effects now. I've already synced up my song. I've got my clip over here, which I'll quickly just drag in, and I'm gonna time it to the bit where the clip starts, which is just over here. Now I'm gonna do Ctrl-Alt-T to start time remapping. I'm gonna mute the clip over here, and I want the glider bit to pass until around here. And I want it, it's like a B-hop clip actually. I'll quickly show you how it looks. So obviously I did that in creative because I can never pull that off in a real game because man's got no skill. But I'm just going to drag this forward to the bit where I almost pull out my shotgun. I'm going to drag it over here on this marker to before I get the kill. I want there to be a cinematic over here, so I'm going to split the clip. I'm going to drag that here where the kill is. I want it to be quite a slow kill like that. I want that to be the end point of the kill. Select all the keyframes and I'm going to ease them by clicking F9. Right click, frame blending, pixel motion, and over here on this clip I want it to be a fast, slow, fast graph. So I want it to start off fast, I want it to level out over here and go back to being fast. And I want this graph over here, I think I want it to be just a fast graph. Actually no, I'll do that fast, slow, fast again. Let's see how this looks. Perfect. Now this is my signature little thing over here on this kill. I want it to be a super duper slow motion kill. So I'm gonna drag that all the way up. I'm gonna hold shift and make sure it's level out and drag it a little bit down like that. Nice, lovely timing lap. Alright, so this is where the pack comes handy. I'm going to Ctrl-Alt-Y to do an adjustment layer, and because this is quite a country song and I've got like an orange skin on, pink sunset, I want to have quite a warm color correction. So I'm just going to go into my editing pack, presets, color corrections. Now I've got 4 here. Actually I'll just run through them. This is a dark blue one, but it's like a sort of dark blue color. It looks really nice. Oh wait, that was a pink blue. This is dark blue. This is the one I used in the Middle of the Night actually. It's for like edgy sort of stuff and dark edit. Red burn, this could work well with the clip. And the last one that I think I want to use is a warm tone color correction, which is perfect actually. Now I'm going to quickly turn down the opacity of the 4 color gradient, and I'm also going to add another layer of color correction of lumetri color. I've already got a lumetri color on this over here, which adds a bit of warmth, but I want to add another layer and I'll show you why. Make sure this is below the noise. I want to add a bit of sharpening over here, so I'm going to turn up the sharpen to around 60-ish. Now you can see the difference that's made already, but it can make a 1080p video look pretty much 4K. I'm going to turn it down actually because I don't want too much sharpening. Yeah, perfect. And what I'm going to do next is quickly sync up the cinematic as well, because I don't want to leave this till last. Yeah, okay, so it's looking as expected. You might think, Alduck, this looks like shit, but it doesn't. It won't look like shit. I'm gonna make an adjustment layer on the first beat over here and apply a preset. I think I want to do a bright blur beat shake over here. It's gonna be a nice little lens blur over here. Okay, that's nice. And now for the second beat, I want a little bit of a shake, I think. So I'm gonna make another adjustment layer here. Why don't we try satisfying beat shake? I think this one's nice. This is the second shake is a wire shake. I'm gonna shorten that, shorten the keyframes there as well. Now, time for the hardest bit, which is pan cropping. and my least favorite bit. So I'm going to keyframe the position and the scale over here, drag these around a few keyframes over here, and if you can see, this clip is moving to the left. I need to make this pan into the left. Okay, so I'm going to scale this up exponentially. Okay, not that much, maybe like 600, 700-ish. Yep, and I'm going to make the position to the right, and I'm going to F9 easy ease, and I'm going to split the position, and I'm going to drag this all the way over here, drag this all the way up as well. I'm going to do this for the scale as sharp as possible. Perfect. Now we've got to transition the second clip as well over here, so I'm going to keyframe the position and the scale, and I'm going to add something called motion tile. So I'm going to drag on the motion tile, output width, set that quite a lot higher, output height as well, and we're going to tick mirror edges, and you can see that it makes it so that there are no black edges. Drag these default keyframes over here around midway through. I'm going to scale it down a lot, and because we had it swiping to the left, we need this one to be swiping from the right. So I'm going to keyframe this to go from the right. I'm going to easy ease and apply the same graph as I did before, which will be a very sharp graph, and enable motion blur for that as well. Now there's a little bit of a issue here. I want there to be more pan crop where it scales into the head a bit. So I'm going to scale it up over here, and I'm going to select these two keyframes and do a smooth graph for this. So I'm going to drag this around to this line over here, drag this to around. Actually, we can do more, like around. Oh, we want the fastest point to be underneath this marker over here, because then it will be on beat. So something like that, really. Realistically, this should look good. Okay, now time to do a bit of compositing on this cinematic over here. I'm gonna split it on the beat. I'm gonna pre-compose that, and over here you can see that the sky is a different color. So I'm gonna color key the sky out to isolate him. Here we go. Oh, absolute boom, perfect. Feather it a bit, of course. I'm gonna shift the edge by 1. I'm gonna duplicate it, remove the color key, and I'm going to add a bit of a fire effect on this guy over here. So I'm gonna add turbulent displace. I've duplicated him over here. I'm gonna actually call this first layer roto, even though it's not roto. I'm gonna call this second layer effects roto, and I'm gonna call this third layer background. So on the effects roto, I'm gonna drag on turbulent displace. I'm gonna decrease the size, increase the complexity, and increase the amount as well. Like, so now let's keyframe the evolution, make this the first frame, that keyframe, and change it a bit and make this one the end frame. Now you're gonna be thinking, what the hell is that? Now it might look quite cool, but I don't like it as it is. I'm gonna add some tritone over here. I want this to be a sort of fiery effect over here coming off him. So I'm gonna make the tritone maybe an orangey red. The black's gonna be red. Perfect. And I'm gonna decrease the opacity of the background there. Actually, I could make this tritone as well and make this a darker redder color. And I'm gonna add a bit of S-glow on the fiery layer to make it look like it's giving us off some fire. Decrease the threshold, increase the width, and increase the brightness as well. On top of all of this, adjustment layer, and there's this really cool effect called uni.heatwave over here, which I'm gonna drag on, and I'm gonna increase the heat intensity, decrease the flow speed, and increase the blur amount. Not too much. Let's see how this looks. It might be too much heat. Yeah, this could work. Let's see. I'm gonna add another beat shake over here, because this does need a shake, and so does the first cinematic. I'm gonna just duplicate this one and add this one on top of this as well, but I'm gonna change the seed of it so it's not the exact same shake. I'm gonna decrease the length of it too. I'm gonna split that layer there. the seed. Where's the seed? Here it is. I'm gonna just play around with that. I'm gonna add the transition to this clip over here. Scale and position. Drag them forward. Increase the scale by exponential amounts, and the position as well. Around there. Add a very sharp graph to this using the flow plugin. Okay, now I want an impact for this clip over here. I'm gonna just create an adjustment layer over here, and my personal favorite impact of my pack is a turbulence impact, in my opinion. And now I like to double up my impacts a little bit over here, so I'm gonna duplicate this adjustment layer and just get rid of everything over here, and I'm gonna add another impact from my pack. I think I want the glitchy X impact to be added on top of this. Let's see how this looks. I think a little bit of flicker would go very well with this clip, so I'm going to add some s_flicker. Now for a transition here, I'm not happy with just pan crop, okay? So I'm going to quickly add an adjustment layer. Again, I'm going to go into my editing pack, and I'm going to go into the transitions over here. And my favorite personal one is a dark turbulence transition over here. Let me just drag the center keyframes on top of that. Okay, I'm going to get rid of the hue sap right. I'm going to decrease the bleach bypass. We've forgotten a key thing, which is black bars on the cinematic. Now I use a little cheat here. I've done this in other tutorials before. I've got a PNG image of black bars, which I use. I'm going to scale this up to around 187, I think. I'm going to keyframe the scale over here, drag this to where the cinematic starts. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 keyframes forward, backwards, and I'm going to increase it just so you can't see it. Now I'm going to copy these keyframes, paste them where the cinematic ends and the kill begins, and I'm going to time reverse the keyframes and cut the black bars there. Now if we pre-render this, perfect, lovely jubbly. Now all that's left is a bit more changes to the color correction here. I want it to be a bit of a film glow. I'm gonna add a very light layer of BCC film glow OBS over here. I'm gonna increase the radius a ton, decrease the brightness by a lot. I'm gonna change the color to a sort of orangey color like that. Increase the radius a bit more. Let's see with and without. Yeah, very nice indeed. And I think on this clip over here, I want there to be some rays coming from the light source. So I'm going to add some s_rays over here. Now I want the rays to be coming from down there, around there. Make the ray length 0 and the ray brightness 0 as well. Perfect. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I'm going to play the final video with the sound effects. The sound effects were also from my pack as well. But I'm going to play the final video on screen, and I really hope you all enjoyed this tutorial. Be sure to let me know what you thought of it down below. If you want me to make another one, let me know as well, or if you want me to show you a specific technique or anything. But yeah, I hope you all have a lovely day and enjoy the final result.
Not yet. Seen for you.